A year and a half after I started graduate school at MIT, I married a graduate student from Boston University. We rented an apartment on Harvard Square, near Central Square, in Cambridge. Other than the occasional sound of a cello or a piano emanating from across the hall, it was quiet. But the music was a mystery. It was of very high caliber, clearly not produced by an amateur like myself. I was intrigued. My re-emergence from musical isolation had begun a year before when I started learning Beethoven's Waldstein Sonata. I was now acutely aware of how important music was to me, yet I didn't have a piano nor any money to buy one. I scanned the yellow pages for used pianos, hoping to find something inexpensive but adequate. I finally bought an old Conway upright piano for $200, approximately a month's salary. Once the movers had delivered my new possession, I had to see how it sounded. Play something, the piano seemed to say to me. And so I played. I played Chopin's Nocturne in E-flat major. In spite of my lack of practice, I gave its lovely lyrical melody a satisfactory performance. But without my knowing it, our musical neighbor had been listening from outside the door as I played. After I finished, she knocked. We introduced ourselves. She said her name was Madeline Foley. She was a cellist. She was interested in my performance of the Chopin because it was a piece her teacher had enjoyed playing. Would I like to come and hear the recording of her teacher playing my Chopin piece? Of course I said yes. And then she added that her teacher was Pablo Casals. I was astonished. After what she described as a lackluster undergraduate college career at Smith College, Madeline had enrolled as a cello student at Juilliard. She graduated in 1947, after which she went to Prague, France to study with Casals. She became one of his most significant disciples and went on to have a significant concert career of her own. In spite of the fact that I played for her only rarely, Madeline became one of my musical mentors. In subsequent years, with the help of Madeline and others like her, my own piano playing slowly matured. My musical life was beginning a pattern that has persisted to this day. I must maintain my status as a scientist, but I must also acknowledge my musical muse. I take holidays from music when other things intrude on my life, but they don't last long. And as I grow older, I become more impatient with those holidays. They grow shorter and more infrequent. I am forever grateful to Madeline for what she taught me about music.